Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Black Married AF. Please like and subscribe my channel. So once upon a time in a small village there lived a poor family. There were a father, a mother and a young son who was in a 5th grade. Their family was very poor. Sometimes they didn't even have enough food to eat. The father or son was a cobbler who went from house to house repairing people's shoes. After working the entire month, he could barely manage to pay his son's school fees. One day, Oliver, their son, left home early in the morning to go to school. In front of their house, there was a big tree. Under the tree stood a beautiful girl. She called out to Oliver and he went over to her. "What is it?" Oliver asked. The girl said, "I am very hungry. Do you have anything to eat?" Oliver replied, "I have never seen you in this village before. Who are you? Where are you from?" The girl said, "I will tell you everything later, but I am very hungry." So Oliver said, "Okay sister, let's go to my house. That house over there is mine." And Oliver took the girl to his house. Maria, the mother, said, "Oliver, why didn't you go to school? And who is this girl?" Oliver replied, "Mom, this sister is very hungry. Please bring something to eat." The mother goes to the kitchen and thinks to herself, "What can I give her to eat? Our days are barely passing as it is." But she managed to find something to eat and brings it for the girl. The girl starts eating. Just then, Orson arrives and asks Maria, "Who is this girl?" Maria asks the girl, "Who are you and where are you from? I have never seen you in this village before. And what's your name?" The girl replies, "My name is Elena." Orson asks the girl, "So what are you doing in this village?" Elena says, "I have lost my parents. I came this village while searching for them." Maria says, "Where will you go now and where will you find your parents?" Hearing this, the girl starts crying. Maria says, "Don't cry, we are with you, have some food." Maria calls her husband Orson to the kitchen and says, "It's risky to leave this girl alone outside. How beautiful she is. I have never seen such a beautiful girl before. The world is a dangerous place these days. Let's keep her at our home until she finds her parents." Orson replies, "You know our situation. Sometimes we don't even have enough food to eat at home. So how can we take care of this girl?" Maria says, "You're alright, but it's also not right to leave this girl like this." Orson says, "Okay, let's keep her at home. Sometime or the other will work out." Maria goes to the girl and says, "Until you find your parents, you can stay here with us." The girl says, "How can I stay with you? I will cause you trouble." Maria says, "Don't worry about that. You can stay here." The girl agrees. Now that girl starts living with those people. At night, after everyone falls asleep, she leaves the house and returns before everyone wakes up in the morning. This continues for many days. But Maria and Orson have no idea about this. Now their life starts improving and their poverty is also fading away. Orson is setting up a shop to repair shoes. Now that girl becomes a part of the family. Maria tells her husband Orson, "Everything is going well since this girl came to our house. She is lucky for us." Orson replies, "You are right, but I really feel bad that we still haven't met that poor girl's parents." One day, Maria takes the girl to the market to buy vegetables. Everyone in the village starts looking at that girl. Some boys that start talking about themselves, saying, "Who is this beautiful girl? Where is she from?" And they keep staring at her. Maria gets angry and takes the girl home. She says, "You don't come to the market with me anymore. I will go and get everything myself." The girl agrees and says, "Okay." Just like every other night, the girl was about to leave the house when Maria's eyes suddenly opened. She saw the girl going out, so Maria quietly followed her. Meanwhile, their son Oliver woke up and asked his mother where she was going. Maria replied, "Go back to sleep. I will back soon." When Maria went outside, she found no one there. She looked everywhere but couldn't find the girl. She quietly goes back to sleep. When Maria wakes up in the morning, the girl is lying beside her. Maria is little scared, but doesn't say anything to the girl. At that time, there was a lot of banditry happening. One night, a group of bandits came to the village to steal everything. They entered Orson's house and demanded all his money. Suddenly, one of the bandits noticed the girl and said to Orson. Orson pleaded with them to take all the money they wanted. But the bandit's eye was fixed on the girl. He said, "We don't want your money, but I want this girl." Orson and Maria protest, saying, "Take all our belongings, but you can't take this girl." The bandits laugh and say, "Who can stop us from taking her? Can you?" As one bandit moves towards the girl, Orson steps forward. The bandit strikes Orson hard with his stick, knocking him down. Maria rushes to Orson's side. Another bandit approaches the girl, who says, "Don't touch me." The bandit replies, "That's why I'm here." As soon as the bandit grabs the girl's hand, his entire hand bursts into flames. Seeing this, everyone is terrified. When another bandit tries to approach her, all the bandits' hands catch fire. The girl's height starts increasing rapidly. Seeing this, all the bandits shout in fear and flee the village. Orson, Maria, and their son Oliver are terrified. Oliver starts crying. Orson, trembling with fear, asks the girl, "Who are you?" Maria, also frightened, says, "I have seen you leaving the house at night many times." The girl says, "Don't be afraid. I don't want to harm any of you. In fact, you have been very kind to me by giving me a place to stay." Maria, still scared, asks, "How did you burn the bandit's hand? And how did you grow so tall? Who are you?" The girl replies, "I am a genie." Hearing this, they become more even frightened. The girl reassured them, saying, "Don't be afraid, I am a good genie." Orson then asks, "Why did you come to our house?" The girl replies, "I was searching for my parents." Maria asks, "What happened to your parents?" The girl begins her story. She says, "I used to live happily with my parents. They loved me very much. There was a family of evil genes living in our forest. One day, a marriage proposal came from that family for me. The genie was very evil and wicked. My parents told me about the proposal, but I refused. My father went there and refused the marriage proposal. But the genie said, 'I will only marry Elena. I can do everything for her.' My father replied, 'We will see how will you marry my daughter,' and left. My father created a magical shield around our house to protect us from evil forces. He told me, 'Daughter, don't leave this house.' The evil genes came and tried to enter our house but couldn't. They tried very hard but couldn't cross the barrier. My father said, 'No matter how hard they try, they can never enter this house.' Then they all left. They went to a powerful old man. They were going to bring him here. My father found out about this. He realized that this old man could break the shield. He was very powerful. So my father and mother called me and said, 'My dear daughter, you must leave this place.' They were coming to take me away, but I refused. I said, 'I won't leave you both.' My father cried and said, 'Daughter, please go from here.' My mother and father gave me all their power and said, 'No one can harm you.' They told me to go. So I left from there. I hid behind a tree. Then the evil genes and the powerful old man arrived. A long battle ensued. The old man captured my mother and father and imprisoned them in bottles. Since then, I have been searching for my parents. I heard that the old man was living in this village, so I came here to find him. But I haven't found him yet. I need to find that old man and free my parents from him." Orson says that there is no old man living in this village. Hearing this, the genie becomes even more sad and says, "Where will I find my parents?" And she is about to leave from there. Then Maria says, "Wait here, I have an idea. by which you can find your parents. Hearing this, the genie becomes happy and asks how. Maria says that evil genie loves you, doesn't he? This all happened because of him. Now, because of that same evil genie, you will find your parents. Maria says to the genie, listen to me carefully. You will have to go back to your jungle. The genie says, I will never go there. That's where all the evil genie's family lives. Maria says, that's why I am telling you to go there. You have to go there and trap that evil genie. Orson says, what are you saying? Maria says, I am saying this after careful thought. Maria tells the genie, you will have to go there and pretend to be in a love with that evil genie. The genie says, that will never happen. I hate him. Maria says, this is the only way to find your parents. So the genie says, okay, I will do anything for my parents. Maria explains everything to the genie and the genie sets off towards the jungle. One day, the evil genie is sitting by the river and he sees Elena genie. Elena goes and sits on the other side of the river and the evil genie's gaze falls upon her. Seeing her, the genie is turned and stands up. Elena starts to walk away. The evil genie follows her. Elena stops near her house. The evil genie also arrives there, and the evil genie calls out from behind and says, finally you have arrived, and laughs loudly. Elena turns around and hugs the evil genie. Seeing this, the evil genie is very confused. The evil genie says, this is an act, isn't it? Elena says, this isn't an act. I have came for you. The evil genie asks, for me? But why? Elena says, I like you. The evil genie says, do you think I am a fool? And why did your parents forbid our marriage? Elena says, I have loved you since the beginning. But other genes told my parents that there's family of evil genes living in this jungle. He is very cruel genie who wishes bad for all genes, and he imprisons all the good genes. And that's why you had sent a proposal for me. That's why my parents had refused this alliance. And they had kept me hidden. Somehow I have managed to come to you. And the evil genie believes all this and becomes very happy. And he asks, when you will marry me? Elena says, very soon, and comes down, sitting down. The evil genie says, what happened, my Elena? Elena says, it could have been so nice if my parents were also here at my wedding. Elena asks the evil genie, how much do you love me? The evil genie says, I like you very much. I can do anything for you. Elena says, where have my parents gone? If you find and bring my parents back, then I will marry you. The evil genie thinks to himself that old man must have trapped her parents in a bottle, and that bottle is with me. The evil genie says, if I find your parents and bring them back, but they refuse to agree to our marriage, then? Elena says, leave that to me. I will tell my parents that all the other genes lied when they said you were evil. The evil genie says, you start preparing for the wedding. I will go find your parents. The next day, the evil genie brings Elena's parents. Elena is overjoyed to see them and hugs them tightly. Her parents ask her what she is doing with this evil genie. The evil genie replies that they are getting married. The entire family of evil genie arrives and it's astonished to see Elena's parents. They ask the evil genie how these people got out of the bottle. The evil genie says, I freed both of them. The family of evil genie says, now that the powerful old man is no more, why did you free them? The evil genie replies, because Elena has agreed marry me now. Hearing this, Elena's parents say to Elena, what are we hearing, daughter? This genie is very evil. Elena says, who said I am going to marry this evil genie? This was just an act to free both of you from the bottle. Hearing this, the evil genie becomes very angry and says, I will imprison all of you in a bottle forever. Elena starts laughing and says, "Just now your family said that the powerful old man is dead. Who will imprison us now?" The family of evil genes says to the evil genie, "We can't imprison them in a bottle. Only the powerful old man could do that, but he is no more." The evil genie becomes very angry and advances towards Elena. Just then, Elena uses her powers to turn the evil genie into a statue. Seeing this, the family of evil genes attacks Elena, but Elena, being very powerful, turns them all into statues. Elena's parents hugged her and said, "If you hadn't been there, we would still be trapped in that bottle." Elena said, "It didn't happen because of me." Elena's mother asked, "Then why did it happen?" Elena replied, "While searching for you, I went to a village. There I found a good human family and I started living with them. One day they found out my secret, that I was not a human but a genie, and I told them everything that had happened to me. They told me to do all this. It's because of their family that you are free from the bottle today. If I hadn't met them, you both wouldn't be with me today." And Elena took her parents to meet that family. Seeing Elena's parents, Orson and Maria were both overjoyed, and Elena's parents gave them a good life and then disappeared.